Welcome to another stream. Happy Halloween for those of you who celebrate. If you're watching this in the replay, I'm assuming you're out trick-or-treating with your kids. If this is your first time here, my name is Alex, and if you're interested in any kind of electric car related topics, Tesla tips, news reviews, whatever, this is the right place. So go ahead and click on that subscribe button down there and a bell notification icon so you don't miss anything moving forward. And again, welcome to our sponsor, EV Annex. Now, tonight is indeed a bit of a scary night because Tesla is going to be having an earnings call tomorrow. And there are a lot of speculations of what is going to happen. There are pretty set expectations. We'll find out what's going to happen tomorrow, but there are a few things that we should be watching out for. Now, the call is going to be at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time, so 5:30 Eastern time, right after the market closes. The expectations that they're going to report somewhere close to $3 billion in revenues, but the loss is going to be relatively significant, about $2.45 they're predicting. So I think the expectation is relatively low, so Tesla can surprise all of us by maybe reporting a bit of a smaller loss. Now, I know most of the news has been kind of dominating by the Model 3 delays and issues, and we're going to talk about it in a second, but it kind of overshadowed the fact that Tesla has been delivering record numbers of cars. They've already reported their deliveries ahead of the earnings. I believe it was like about a week or two ago, and they've delivered 26,150 cars, which is impressive. It's about half and half between Model S and Model X. Hey, Vinny Draws. Hey, Nick. Thanks for being the first ones in the chat, notification squad. And by the way, let me know where you guys are watching from, city, state, country, whatever. So welcome to those of you guys who are joining right now. Toronto is in the house. I'm here in San Jose, California, by the way. And all right, so of course, all eyes are going to be on the Model 3 deliveries. They've already said that they've delivered only 260 of them. Compared to what they've promised, which was 1,630. And the breakdown is 30 in July, 100 in August, and 1,500 in September. Now, if you haven't seen my video, you can go ahead and watch it. I was not very happy with it, but a lot of people thought I overreacted. So, we'll talk about it in a second, but this is going to be something really big because, I guess Wall Street already expects Tesla to be kind of late on their own promises. They know that Elon overpromises and gets everybody excited, and then things happen and things get delayed. But on the other hand, with all of the delays, Model S and Model X has successfully launched on time or not or whatever. Delays weren't that bad, and both of these cars have been a success for Tesla. So I think that's already built in as far as expectations are concerned. So the fact they're not delivering what they promised, I guess it's not as big of a deal. Can't wait for Model 3, FB Diesel is saying. I think you speak for a lot of people, though. I've seen already a few of them on the road here in Silicon Valley. It's kind of exciting. And if you drive to the factory, there are usually about 5 to even 10 of them parked in the parking lot, so you can check them out up close and personal. I was in one a while back, and I have to say that car is amazing, and I believe it will change the industry. All right, so another thing that people are going to be looking for is if Elon Musk is going to mention Autopilot, because Autopilot was a really cool thing when it came out a couple of years ago. But if you remember, the 1.0 version was created and software was written by this company Mobileye in Israel, but then Tesla and Mobileye had a bit of a relationship problem and they broke up, and Tesla said, screw you, we're going to just develop our own. And it's been taking a little bit longer than expected. As a matter of fact, if you just bought a car yesterday, the Tesla Model S or Model X, and you have an Autopilot, probably 2.5 at this point, you don't have as good of features as I have in my 2015 1.0 Autopilot 1.0 version. And that's probably going to be a little bit disappointing. As a matter of fact, other car manufacturers have been buying self-driving startups, and Chevy Bolt has also, with their Cruise project, has been what it feels like bypassing Tesla. And so I think the expectation is that Elon Musk will address this or maybe promise a new feature, because it's been a bit of a disappointment and everyone's feeling like Tesla is no longer the leader, like undisputed leader in the self-driving world. So so that's something to watch out for. And another thing, and this is a really forgotten subject, you remember that Solar City is part of Tesla, and there are a lot of solar products like Solar Roof that's supposed to be a big part of their revenues. And it's been kind of forgotten because once they acquired Solar City, they really completely retooling the way they do business. They laid off a lot of their marketing and salespeople. But at the same time, they moved their solar products into their showrooms. So I'm curious, and I think a lot of people are curious to see what is happening there as there are more installations of the solar roofs. And Powerwall. Powerwall is another thing. I know they they spend a lot of efforts installing the Powerwalls in Puerto Rico and other places, but I think on consumer side, we don't really know what's happening. So that's another thing that a lot of people are looking for, is to see what's going on with their solar products, because that's a big industry that they kind of grabbed into and really haven't done much with it. So that's what we should be looking out for tomorrow. I would be curious to see what happens. And of course, like I said, the eyes are going to be on the Model 3. And today, and I think it was yesterday or today, the news came out that the Panasonic CEO came out and said that the production will rise sharply very soon because they have identified the bottleneck, and it was at the Gigafactory. But before that, it was really unclear. Elon, I don't think, was ever clear about what was the problem with the delays with the Model 3. So it was actually Panasonic CEO that came out and said it was with the batteries, with the Gigafactory. And I guess the process is still not fully automated. A bit weird, I have to say. But at least they are on it. And I think probably the timing is perfectly right for Tesla to come out and say, listen, we had problems, we know exactly what it is, and now we can promise you stuff. Now, I reported a couple of days ago the news that one of the suppliers who were supposed to be supplying parts for the Tesla Model 3 mentioned, and I don't know why they were allowed to, that the orders for December were cut down to 3,000 parts per week. And as you know, Tesla was hoping to make 5,000 per week. So people are expecting that the delay will really lower the production expectations for December. This is good news. Hopefully he can present it well. And I hope it doesn't also do anything bad for the stock. And let me show you the stock. As you can see, it's still 50% up for the year. It kind of been going down and down. Remember, it was almost at 400. Now it's about 330. It went up a little bit today by like 3.5%. It would be interesting to see what happens with the stock tomorrow, because really this will set the expectations for the Wall Street, moving forward. I say it's probably going to be unchanged, because it feels like everything that Tesla's been doing and promising, and any kind of problems they had, it's already been resolved, or Wall Street knows about it. So whatever the stock you see here, right here, it's, why I cannot point to the right here. It's already sort of built in to the expectations. So, and yeah, but Panasonic's news came in a pretty good timing. I hope that's what it is. I hope there's nothing else. But other than that, I'm looking forward to the call. So, by the way, let me know in the chat if you guys are reservation holders, and so when you are hoping to get the car. And as you know, with the Model 3, it's a funny thing, because people are not really sure. The infrastructure, as you know, is beyond just the superchargers, right? The infrastructure needs to be there for people who are trying to charge at home. And a lot of Model 3 owners will be living in apartment complexes and condos. And a lot of those, not a lot of those, most of those don't have it. And a lot of HOAs actually are not ready to allow it. So it's probably going to be a problem, and we, the consumers, will have to solve it if you want to have an electric car, specifically Tesla. I hope there will be more news about it, but that's the problem that I see with deliveries of Model 3. Okay, let me get off the air here. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking around with me and having the conversation. Don't forget, I'm going to do it every day, Monday through Friday. But if it's going to go this way, I'm just going to go Saturday and Sunday. There's so many news. Now, tomorrow, obviously, we're going to talk about the actual results, the actual earning results from Tesla. And, you know, I had another topic to talk about here about Nissan and their way to make sure pedestrians can hear them. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow. If not, I'll just cover it on Thursday. But thank you so much for joining me, guys. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, the subscribe button is down there. And if you already have, go ahead and click on that bell notification icon, so you get notified when I go live or when there's a new video uploaded. All right. Thank you, everybody, once again. This has been fun. Again, I'm just so excited I'm going to get to do it every day and talk to you guys. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. And remember to stay charged.